Hello, my invisible friends. Welcome to this important health message for all my fellow Americans. It will only take a few minutes, but listen carefully. My name is Wolfgang Moll. I am not a physician, but I would like to ask you a few questions related to health. Do you believe that you can actually buy health? Are you one of the 80% of our population who are convinced that with money they can recover or buy their health? Are you one of those who follow the instructions of the drug makers when they teach you every 5 minutes on TV? Go to your doctor, ask your doctor, and tell your doctor, etc., etc. So you visit your doctor and you explain to him, "Doctor, I screwed up my liver and my lungs because I drink half a bottle of gin every day, and I'm also a heavy smoker for the last 30 years. Could you please take care of my problem? I have insurance. Besides, I have lots of money in the bank." "You are the doctor, you are the specialist. Please do something to save me. I'm only 55 years old and I don't want to die." Well, I have got news for you. Health you cannot buy. Wealth doesn't have anything to do with health. Because each time you consult your doctor, you are actually trying to buy health. With money or with your insurance card. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe you also believe in all kinds of drugs and pills, chemo and radiation therapies, like 80% of our population does. Let me assure you, no drug can ever cure you. That's a well-established and proven fact. And I will offer you the proof with just two perfect examples. We represent in the USA only 5% of the world's population. However, we consume 50% of all drugs produced and sold around the whole world. So if all those thousands of tons of drugs we swallow each year would have been helpful and able to cure us or keep us healthy, why do we have year after year more illnesses and more people dying of all kinds of maladies? Do you get my point? Cancer, heart attacks, diabetes, and hundreds of new illnesses have tripled during the last 30 years. Even worse, with all that drug abuse, we have created a new epidemic which kills more people in the USA than any other sickness, with the exception of cancer and heart attacks. I gave it a perfect name: the epidemic of doctors and prescription drug syndrome, which is killing more than 100,000 Americans every year. Our obsession for drugs and doctors is without parallel to any other country on earth. Already during the last century, scientists and drug makers have been promising us periodically the magic pill which should cure cancer, diabetes, heart problems, arthritis, hepatitis, AIDS, etc., etc. We are all waiting for this wonder pill. Where is it? Just recently, one of them gave another interview on TV saying it will take only 10 more years. You should know by now that all that is the great hoax of the drug makers, because it is a $400 billion business during each year. That is a good reason to clutter up our population with all kinds of dangerous chemicals called medicines. Let me give you another proof. Why millionaires and billionaires die of cancer, diabetes, or heart attacks, who have all the money to buy the best doctors, the most advanced services at hospitals, and the latest developed drugs. Men and women often being only in their 40s or 50s. Wake up, my friend. Don't fool yourself. No doctor and no drug can help you unless you take care of your own health by yourself, changing your lifestyle, which means changing from intervention to prevention. Because only you know perfectly well what you're doing wrong. Your doctor doesn't know if your food intake is mainly cheap and rotten meat, combined with French fries and sugar sodas, or if you ever do any kind of exercise at all. Only you know that, right? And that is why you have to blame yourself instead of believing the utopia of any magic pill or hoping to be able to buy your health back with lots of money. Our modern physicians have become sales representatives for the pharmaceutical industry. Their interest is to make good money. That's why they need many sick patients to make a decent living. Doctors are not interested in your health simply because they cannot make money with a healthy population. Health must be your priority and not the responsibility of health organizations or drug manufacturers. Therefore, if you are sincerely interested in your own health and you want to learn about natural prevention instead of chemical intervention, read this revolutionary book, Don't Ask Your Doctor. You will find easily understandable answers without all those complicated scientific and medical explanations found in most doctor books. This book shows you how you can arrive healthily and happily at an advanced age without having to swallow 10 or more medications every few hours. And if you read easier in Spanish, the book is called No Consulte a su Médico. So, you will never regret acquiring and reading this book in order to learn about real health. And remember this, learn how to swim in a swimming pool and not on a cruise ship like the Titanic. Once it hits an iceberg, it most probably will be too late by then. Come to join the 20% of our population, the minority of Americans who are healthy because they take care of their own health. Did you get my message? Find this enlightening book in most bookstores or at Amazon. And for more information, you can also go to my website, www.dontaskyourdoctor.net. Or just put my name, Wolfgang H. Moe, on Google, and my book will show up in both languages. I wrote this book about 5 years ago, when I arrived at age 75, and still today at almost 80, I never use any kind of medicines, prescription drugs or non-prescription drugs, not even an aspirin pill. I see a doctor perhaps once per year, mainly to get a blood test. You will learn from this book how to arrive at 80 or maybe at 90 without doctors or drugs, without wheelchair, without bypass or pacemakers, and without hip or knee implants. Please wake up, America, and from now on make sure that your health and your future is finally in your own hands instead of being controlled by doctors, scientists, or drug factories. This is my message for 80% of the American population, and I thank you for listening, and these are my books. No consulte a su médico. Don't ask your doctor. It is up to you now.